Hello fellow Sudokans, welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Wednesday the 3rd of December 2025. I hope you are keeping well. I'm very delayed because I've been much busier today than I thought I would be, but it's been a fun day, and so that's good for me, and maybe good for you because I should be in a good mood and unlikely to go crazy during today's game of Sudoku. But I don't know though, maybe I should go crazy because, you know, there is no more of an essential service than water, and people in London and around that area where I come from originally have to put up with Thames water. You know, of course I blame Mrs. Thatcher. She was the one who started this privatization of everything, including essential services. And I don't know if it was actually privatized under her or a later Tory government, but anyway, she was the one that started it all. Piratization was the word that we used in those days to show, because that's really what it was. It was the hijacking of public utilities and giving money away for a worse service, a more expensive service, but giving profits to individuals instead of local government or national government. Disgusting stuff. Anyway, Thames water, after putting a bill up for impoverished users, and you know, the water bills are very expensive in the UK already, put the cost up by a third, and I know people in London are very angry about that kind of thing, but anyway, that's okay because now they made a massive profit. Half year profits leapt to £414 million after, as I said, a bill rise of over 30%. So the government is, I think, still considering taking over this company. I hope they do, and I hope the private industry never gets back any essential industries like that. But anyway, it's all still up in the air, I guess. Or should that be under the ground if it's water? Anyway, whatever. Let's get on with our game of Sudoku. We've got the New York Times hard level puzzle today, a regular on this channel, of course. But as I say, I'm playing much later than I normally do, which means viewership will be down. So please click the like button if you can, if you're willing to do that kind of thing. Thank you very much, because I was late playing yesterday. I only played 2 games yesterday, and I was pretty late doing that. So, you know, it messes up my channel, which doesn't really get many views anyway, but there'll be even fewer if you don't do that. We have a 5 blocking up here, 5 blocking down there. That's going to give me a 5 in that square there. Hang on, I'm getting a message coming in. Let me just read my message. By the way, the sound is not the sound of my message. It's I don't know what that accelerator is. That's a roti seller outside, I think. Actually, that is that sound. No, okay, can ignore that message. Right, let's get back to the game. Where am I? I think I'm going to go through step by step, because that will at least find me a digit 1 in that square there. And up here, 1's going across. Oops, keyboard's gone a bit naff again. There we go, 1 in that square there. So we've got 1's in these squares, which means 1's will have to be over there, and then in the bottom they are there. That is the entirety of digit 1. I've just noticed 2 blocking up here and 2 across there will give us the 2 there. So now 1 blocking up there will give us the 1 there, and then 1 across here and 1 up there and 1 down there. There is our 1. And then we're going to have 1 and 2 in those squares. Look, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. So that's a 2 and a 1 in those squares. Shall we come back and just check what's missing here? 3, 7, 9, is it? Obviously 7 blocking there. So 7's are over here. And we've got 7 blocking that square, that's our 7. We're left with 3 and 9 in those squares there. We've got 9 blocking up there. There's our 9. There's our 3 then. And 9 blocking down here, up here, means that's a 9. So 5, 8 left in those squares there. Right, let's go back to our trudging around. So we know, as I said, we've got 1 and 2 in those squares there. 6 is there. 7's there. 4 blocking across here, so 4 in one of these 2 squares blocking up, 4 blocking up there. That must be a 4. So I'm blocking down here, down there. Eight blocking across here. Here's our 8. Last number here's a 5. Eight blocking this square. This 8 blocking those 2 squares there. This 8 blocking this square. So in this row, there's our 8. 8 blocking down here, down there. No completed digits just yet. Missing digits in this column are 3, 6 and 9. We've got 3 and 9 together, so that will be our 6. And then we've got 6 blocking across here, so 6 in one of these 2 squares blocking up, 6 blocking up here, and 6 blocking across there. That must be our 6. Four blocking up here and there, that has to be a 4. The last number down here is a 5. Five blocks up here and 5 blocks across there. There's a 5. Missing numbers in this block, I believe, are 2, 3, and 9, right? Yes. And 3 and 9 are in this row, so that has to be a 2. And now we can come over here and say this has to be a 5. Excuse me. I'm going to have to put in pencil marks to go any further. I say I am going to have to. Maybe you don't have to, but I do. Yeah, I'm going to... Anyway, let's go ahead and do that now. So we've got 3 and 9 in those squares there. We've got 3 and 6 in these squares. We've got a pair of 8s up there, and we've got 2 and 3 in these squares here, right? Down here, what do we know? We've got 6 blocking across there. That's a pair of 6s. And we've got 2 blocking across there, so 2s appear in those squares. 3s could go anywhere. And 8s can still go anywhere. Except there, I should say. Okay, in this block here, what do we know? 3s could go anywhere. 4s, I said earlier, a pair of 4s there. 6 blocking across and down, so we have a pair of 6s in those squares. And 9, still possible like that. Okay. On this side we had 1 and 2 in those squares, if you remember. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and we've got 5 blocking across here and down here, so that's a pair of 5s in those squares there. We've got 4 blocking across here, so 4s are somewhere there. We've got where are you? 9 blocking across here, so 9s could be there somewhere. We've got 6 blocking up and down and up here and across there, so that's a pair of 6s. 7 blocking across here and down here, so that's a pair of 7s. And the last numbers to get are 3 and 8 in this block here, so 3 blocking down here, so 3s in those squares and 8 blocking down here. Oh no, we've got 8 already, sorry. Oh, so we end up with a 9 there, do we? Is that right? Is that a 9? I think it is. Oh, okay, there you go then. Now you know. 9 is in those squares there, not there. Missing digits up here, the 2s can still go anywhere. The 4 blocks across there like that, so there's a pair of 4s, and the other number is 9, which can still go anywhere. Right, one more block to fill in. We've got 1s somewhere in those 2 squares. We've got 2s anywhere there. We've got 3s blocking down like so. And we've got 4 across there. Five like this. Like that, I should say. There we go. 7s across, and down. So 7s there. 8. Pair of 8s in those squares there. And 9 blocking down and across there. Okay, all candidates are now in. Let's find the pattern and finish off the game, shall we? Two, 4, 9, 1, 3. I think I've got 5 numbers in 5 squares. 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 9. So I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. That is 5 numbers. 1, 2, 2, 9, and 2, 4, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Yes. Okay, so that means that in this square here, and in fact in those squares there, I can get rid of the 3s, and I can get rid of the 2 and the 9 there, and I can get rid of the, what's the other number, 4 there, I think. So we are left with 2, hang on, hang on, got to look again. 1, 2, 3, that's for 5 squares. We're left with 6, 7, 5, 6, and 5, 7. Okay. Right. Now what? I wonder if I should hit the digits like this, just to see if I spot anything new. We've got pointing 3s here, so these can't be 3. That has to be a 4. So that's a 4 over there. And none of these squares can be a 4. And neither can this square here or that square there. Oops, 4, there we go. So we end up with 3 there, and we end up with 4 in this square here and 4 in that square there. Right. And that's the end of digit 4. This is the only 5 in this column now, so let's put it in. And that gives us a 7 there. 6 there. Looks like we could be on our way now. I think I've done enough to propel us forward to the finish line. No 7 allowed there, but in this column that's the only place for a 7. Let's put it in. And let's remove that candidate 7, which is the last one. And then we're left with 2 9 pair there, 2 9 there. Okay. Now let's try wandering through like I was doing before. Okay, we have a pair of pointing 9s here, so this can't be 9, it's got to be a 2, and the 9 must be in this square here, so that's our 2 up there, that's our 9 up there, that has to be a 3, and that's our 9, that's surely enough to finish the game. 3 blocking across there gives us 3 in that square there. That means we can remove these candidate 3s, and we're left with 2 8, yes, that seems to be okay. Pair of 2 and 8 in this row, so that is our 3 for this row. And we shall get rid of any excess, shake off any excess oil or excess candidates that we don't need. 2 here, so this is our 1 in this square here and 2 there, and there's our 8 and a 3 down here. 1. Okay, 2 in this row, 2 up there, 8 there. 8 still needed here. Right, the missing numbers are now 3, 6 and 9. So that has to be a 6, that has to be a 6. Now we're looking for 3 and 9. I see the 9 here, so that's our 9 there, and this will be our 3. And that's our New York Times hard level puzzle. Thank you for joining me. Sorry about being late. I might be back later with another game, but I am feeling a bit rather tired now, actually. I had an activity day, so take care. Bye-bye.